rise and shine. Coffee's brewing, feeling fine. News is out and on the air. Shizzy whiz nuts wild, but we don't care. Morning whiz and coffee. Talk the news, he's a tease. Laugh it off, we're on the go. Shizzy whiz nuts, start the show. Let's go. Spinning in the breeze, stupid jokes, he's such a tease. Sip the Java with a smile. Pants are off, but stay a while. Morning whiz and coffee. Talk the news, he's a tease. Laugh it off, we're on the go. Shizzy whiz, let's start the show. Let's go. Spinning in the breeze, stupid jokes, he's such a tease. Sip the Java, wear a smile. Pants are off, but stay a while. Morning whiz and coffee. Talk the news, he's a tease. Laugh it off, we're on the go. Shizzy whiz, let's start the show. Let's go. Serious is overrated. Every day we're caffeinated. Talk the town, but in a jest. Morning whiz is always best. Clock is ticking, time to run. Morning show's a load of fun. Grab your mug, don't spill a drop. Laugh your ass off till you pop. Clock is ticking, time to run. Morning show's a load of fun. Grab your mug, don't spill a drop. Laugh your ass off till you pop.
Oh my God, Shizzy breaks Larry. Shizzy broke Larry.
Good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful morning. Let me fix this really quick. Yes, there we go. That's a little better. I don't look like I'm so exhausted. You guys are awesome. Yes, definitely praying for the people around Los Angeles who are affected and under threat of fire. Most definitely, Norma Stevens. That was last night. I saw that expert was covering that. He'd been covering it almost the entire day. Those fires are pretty enormous. We'll go into that a little bit later. We've seen some of those pictures and those fires that are happening. Does not look good. Does not look good at all. But hey, you're here with me today. Oh my gosh, you guys are absolutely awesome. Shout out to Valor Motorsports. It was he captured it. It's awesome. Oh my gosh. This right here is what we're talking about this morning. Elizabeth Warren finds out one of those right-wing extremists the Biden regime has been warning us about. Our moral superiors have warned us about this again and again. The destroyer of the Justice Department, Merrick Garland, has assured us, as the old Joe Biden, has the destroyer of the FBI, Christopher Wray, and well, as the leftist top dogs at the Department of Homeland Security, they've all agreed. They've told us repeatedly that white supremacists were the biggest terror threat America faces today. The only thing they lacked to complete their scenario were actual white supremacist terrorists. But now, Heap Big Squaw, Senator Elizabeth Warren, has found one. Pete Hegseth, Trump's nominee for Secretary of Defense. The New York Post reported Tuesday that Warren sent a series of angry smoke signals to Hegseth, admonishing him for daring to express his Christian faith openly, trying to make him out to be one of those right-wing extremists we always hear so much about, but no one seems to see. On Monday, Warren fired off an exhaustive 33-page letter to Hegseth telling him he was a heap bad medicine. I'm deeply concerned in the ways in which your behavior and rhetoric indicates that you are unfit to lead the Department of Defense. Your confirmation as Secretary of Defense would be detrimental to our national security and disrespect a diverse array of service members who are willing to sacrifice for our country. Well, the far left Warren professed to be particularly worried about a tattoo on Hegseth's bicep which says Deuce Vault or God wills it. The angry squaw also pointed to Reuters, whatever, article recounting how National Guard Master Sergeant believed the former Fox News host could be an insider threat. That Master Sergeant had done a quick internet search and determined that the tattoo had links to right-wing extremism and had been a battle cry for the Crusaders. Warren likely isn't really afraid that Hegseth is going to get a new Crusader army together and go take back Constantinople or something, but Massachusetts Senator and Native American, or fake Native American, is so far out of touch with actual Christianity that she thinks or wants us to believe that she thinks that having a Jerusalem cross tattoo, which Hegseth has on his chest and Deuce Vault on his arm, means Hegseth is not just a serious Christian, but a right-wing extremist. The self-righteous Harridan reminded Hegseth, you were also removed from President Biden's inauguration because of concerns that you were an insider threat after reports that your Deuce Vault tattoo was a Christian expression associated with right-wing extremism. That was actually true, at least partially. The Post noted that National Guard brass pushed Hegseth out from serving during President Biden's inauguration day. Notably, top brass had been on high alert at the time in the wake of January 6, 2021 Capitol riot. This, however, hardly an indictment of Hegseth. The left at the time was busy concocting its insurrection narrative, and its hysteria was at a high pitch. Few people, if any, whom they could demonize as right-wing extremists were left unscathed. Yet, despite the thinness of the case against Hegseth, Warren declared, we cannot have a defense secretary whose fellow service members feel concerned enough about to report as a potential insider threat. Far left Distractify gave us indication on November 2024 of just what today's soy boy Marxists think constitutes right-wing extremism. The explaining Hegseth tattoos, it stated, Hegseth has other tattoos that reveal his nationalism and his far-right beliefs. He has We the People on one of his arms. An American flag that features a machine gun around his upper arm. As well as the year 1775 in Roman numerals. That's right. The Constitution, which begins with We the People, the American flag, the right to bear arms, the machine gun, and the American Revolution, which heated up in 1775 with the Battle of Bunker Hill and more, are all signs of right-wing extremism. Now, just every patriot is now a right-wing extremist. Warren also warned at Hegseth that purging top military leadership based on their political views would represent a direct threat to the norms and institutions that uphold the Defense Department and civil military relations. She didn't say anything, of course, about the Obama-Biden politicization of the Defense Department, and that's an understatement. Her endless letter to Hegseth is part of her effort to preserve and protect the far-left, deeply politicized Defense Department that has been created over the last two Democrat administrations. Hegseth threatens that corrupt establishment and threatens to focus the Defense Department on protecting the country rather than on diversity, equity, inclusion, critical race theory, and drag shows. That's why Warren wants to desperately stop him. It's not because of any tattoos that he has. It's just that it destroys their narrative. It's amazing to me. I'll have to at some point in time, I'll respond to her letter in kind. It'll be a nice little open letter to Senator Warren. I'm not doing it today because that would take a little bit too much time away from the things that I really enjoy covering. This is definitely one of those that, I'm going to respond to it because this is absolutely ridiculous. whenever I saw this, I thought there's no better way to try to shut somebody down than call them racist, white supremacist, right-wing extremist, because you're already winning the battle when you start calling people these names. Doesn't matter if it's true or not. Doesn't matter if it's true. It's all about destroying the narrative. Speaking of destroying the narrative, Jim Acosta got destroyed on CNN over January 6th. While Americans have moved on from the Capitol riot, oh my gosh, Democrats in Congress and their allies in the mainstream media just can't let it go. As we reported on Monday, even CNN's own polling found that a mere 5% of voters even mentioned the Capitol riot in their biggest memory of Trump's first term. That's remarkable considering how much Democrats and the media wouldn't shut their cake holes up about it for the past 4 years. It makes Trump's comeback that much more momentous. The media just can't take it. Republican strategist Brad Todd absolutely destroyed Jim Costa's and Maria Cardona's during a heated exchange on Monday, blowing apart the left's Capitol riot narrative. When Acosta asked, is it time for Donald Trump to apologize for what took place 4 years ago? Todd didn't flinch. I wouldn't expect Donald Trump would apologize, Todd replied. Nor do I expect Democrats to apologize for trying to undo his presidency by all legal and extra legal means after that. Acosta's predictable response, oh, come on, Brad, come on, didn't nothing to shake Todd's resolve. In an effort to play both sides, he acknowledged the severity of January 6th, but reminded everyone that Trump has already faced political consequences for that day. January 6th was a dark day in the history of our country. Donald Trump bears a lot of responsibility for that. It's something that should stain his legacy forever, Todd stated, which I completely disagree. But he also pointed out that the left's effort to pile on Trump backfired. Voters punished him for it. That's why he was behind Ron DeSantis by 20 points until Alvin Bragg indicted him. And once voters decided that Democrats were determined to prevent Donald Trump from being elected by any extrajudicial legal means, they decided maybe this wasn't as clear. Naturally, Acosta, whose White House press credentials for the White House were revoked during Trump's first term for inappropriate behavior, attempted to pivot, asking, shouldn't your party have just rejected him, flat out rejected him, from Kevin McCarthy to Mitch McConnell, the whole lot of them? Todd quickly reminded him that what the Republican leadership actually did. Watch what Kevin McCarthy and Mitch McConnell said in the aftermath of that. They absolutely did condemn him. Mitch McConnell was still condemning him months after on the floor. Nancy Pelosi decided to use January 6th as for political gain. Cardona, of course, interrupted him, claiming, that's not true, Brad. But again, Todd didn't flinch and kept piling on with the facts. Nancy Pelosi refused to allow McCarthy to appoint Republicans to the committee, he pointed out. That's not true either, Cardona interjected again. She didn't let Republicans hire staff on the January 6th Oversight Committee, Todd continued. They didn't allow cross-examination of the witnesses. Acosta brought up Liz Cheney's participation as if that somehow proved Todd was wrong, but the Republican analyst dismantled the argument with precision, pointing out that Liz Cheney was not appointed by the Republican conference. This, of course, was true, and Acosta essentially conceded the point, pivoted by saying she was booted out of your party. I mean, Dick Cheney's daughter. Todd didn't miss a beat. She wasn't appointed by her conference like every other committee. Todd was 100%. And Acosta and Cardona, they just couldn't handle it. Absolutely could not handle it. And you're about to see what that exchange looked like.
Brad, is it time for Donald Trump to apologize for what took place 4 years ago?
I wouldn't expect Donald Trump would apologize. I think nor do I expect Democrats to apologize for trying to undo his presidency by all legal and extra legal means after that.
Come on, Brad. Come on.
No, Jim, look at our own polling. Look at CNN's own exit polling. Voters who said they voted on democracy were evenly split between Democrats and Republicans. January 6th was a dark day in the history of our country. Donald Trump bears a lot of responsibility for that. It's something that should stain his legacy forever. However, voters, they punished him for it. That's why he was behind Ron DeSantis by 20 points until Alvin Bragg indicted him. And once voters decided that Democrats were determined to prevent Donald Trump from being elected by any extra legal means, they decided maybe this wasn't as clear.
I mean, shouldn't your party have just rejected him, just flat out rejected him?
You should be
from
firing all of
Kevin
them.
McCarthy to Mitch McConnell to the whole lot of them. How could your party let him be the nominee again? Isn't that the question?
Watch what Kevin McCarthy and Mitch McConnell said in the aftermath of that. They absolutely did condemn him. Mitch McConnell was still condemning him months afterward on the floor. Yeah. Nancy Pelosi decided to use January 6th for partisan gain, though. She appointed, she refused to let Kevin McCarthy appoint Republicans to the committee. She didn't let Republicans hire staff to the January 6th Oversight Committee. They didn't allow cross-examination.
The January 6th committee had the Republican of all Republicans, Liz Cheney, on
Liz Cheney was not, she was not
booted out of your party. I mean,
she wasn't appointed by her conference like
Dick
every
Cheney's
other
daughter.
committee. She wasn't appointed by the Republican conference.
Good Republican.
Yeah. And that right there is where these people are standing. Imagine you've got someone like Jim Acosta promoting a warmonger like Liz Cheney and saying, oh, good Republican, good Republican. These folks are really losing their narrative. And that here, this goes to show you. Right here. I've got it for you. Right here. This crap right here.
I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all
That's a
agree on
given.
that. That's a given. I also think that she wants to take him out. She does not want to be the first lady anymore.
They agree with you.
She doesn't want to be the first lady. She destroyed the Rose Garden. Who hates Christmas? Melania Trump hates Christmas. She doesn't want to decorate for Christmas. She doesn't want anything to do with him. She doesn't want to sleep in the same room with him. She can't tolerate him.
Allegedly.
And she does.
Yeah, how do you know all this?
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know all this.
Allegedly. That's why I say allegedly.
So,
I'm talking about.
Yeah. This is the kind of garbage that the View is talking about a former first lady and soon to be first lady again. I mean, the insanity of it, the insanity of these people is here. Here's more of the insanity that you're seeing on one side.
We have access to all the information in the world, and yet somehow this is the dumbest time to be alive. I just heard Donald Trump say he wants to change the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. Bro, be serious. Come on.
They're just it, and it goes on. It goes on. Just the insanity of people. Here's more.
Like I've said, there has to be. Why would you work through Christmas? Why would you write a flurry of random executive orders? Like none of it's making sense. Your intuition is telling you something for a reason. I'm going to hold out for a while because to me, it just doesn't make any sense. I like when things make sense. I don't know. But I still don't believe that they just turn their backs. Some people are going to be like they did. Fine. Great. What's your plan then? Like none of this makes any sense. I'm sorry it doesn't, but it doesn't. It's not my fault. I'm going to go dig out a car or two and go get some dog food. Try to have a good rest of your day.
Just losing their mind. Now, I told you I was going to talk a little bit about the fires. This was good morning, Rosalind. Good morning, Rosalind. Here's an interesting video. Now this was put out by James Wood right here. This what drew my interest.
Standing in my driveway, getting ready to evacuate. We've got a lot of planes going over, dropping water, but shit. Standing in my.
Yeah, that was James Wood. He's in that area and he's watching things burn around him. And luckily he did manage to get his family out of there and later posted that all of his smoke alarms were going off in his house because he has an app that tells him on his phone, and all of them are going off, and more than likely the house is going to be gone. A lot of people are losing their property, a lot of people are losing their houses, and unlike a certain the talk show host, multi-millionaire, spoke at a conference and has property in Hawaii. Little probably will do more for his neighborhood than the rest of them. Just reminds me of that that oh my God. I saw this earlier. This is going to get you right here. That is a bear crawling into a pig pen, and he's about to find out. Yeah, that bear's about to find out. He ain't going to be playing in there too long. He's like, oh crap, what did I just step into? I think I might want to get out of here. Might want to get out of there. Smart bear. Yeah. Don't mess with hogs. Don't mess with hogs. These are several hundred pounds of anger. You don't want to come at them. Oh. Now, hogs are mean. Hell yeah. My grandmother, how old was she? I would say she was in her 70s, and she had her legs snapped in half by a hog that just leaned up against her. Yeah. Well, hogs don't play. Hogs don't play at all.
Let me tell you about this fantasy I have. Tomorrow, when they certify the election, something's going to happen, and they're not going to move forward with the certification. It's going to be something like the 14th Amendment is invoked, or perhaps it's election interference because
Didn't
Russia
work.
and Iran were recently sanctioned for
Didn't happen.
election interference, or it could be something completely different. I don't know, but it's all going to lead to the same thing, which is Kamala being our very first Madam President.
It didn't happen.
In my opinion, this would explain why President Joe Biden has not gone ahead and certified the ERA. And as her very first act as president, she will now have the opportunity to tell the archivist it's time to publish the Equal Rights Amendment. And all the women of the world said, yay, and it's about damn time. A girl can dream, right?
Yeah. That dream fell apart. I am positive, because yes, it was certified, and no, she didn't win. Again. Now I'm going to show you something that is a complete joke. So I got to post this up here because a lot of people don't get it. Okay. This channel cannot confirm anything of what you see is here or true, and it is a parody. Okay. So just remember, parody. This is hilarious.
Introducing the Enron egg, the world's first micronuclear reactor for residential suburban use. This little device can power your entire home for up to 10 continuous years. It goes without saying, but when you put a nuclear reactor in your home, it's got to be safe for the whole family. I've been living with an egg for a few months now, and let me just tell you that my little ones, they freaking love it, especially when what we save on the energy bill, we can spend on Christmas presents. Do your kids hate camping as much as mine? Well, let's just say they're going to like it now. Because for the first time in history, you can bring the comfort of your living room out into the world. Playing the newest game from your favorite console under the stars is just a whole other experience. But here at Enron, we care about the intersection of technology and nature, which is why I'm proud to announce that Enron has teamed up with FEMA to provide to provide nuclear eggs to rapid response teams all around the globe. All of this made possible by the Enron Mining Division, which has been sourcing the proprietary enronium ore, which I think you'll agree has unlocked a new atomic age. Because that's what it's all about, folks. Making the world a better place, one egg at a time. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to our Chief Technology Officer, the man responsible for the design and engineering of this egg, Mr. Daniel Wong.
There is no such thing as this is not real, just so you guys know. It's an absolute fake. Oh God. Oh, I had to stop it because the music. Oh my gosh. 2 high-flying farting walruses gift a membership. Thank you so much. Oh, 2 high-flying. This is for you. Oh my gosh. You guys are awesome. Look at that. We got to stop. Oh, getting that up there on top of that helmet. That thing's getting bejeweled. You guys are doing such a good job at getting that. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yeah. It's baby chicks 1 egg at a time. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord, got the vapor. It's so good. Oh. And this is the attitude we need to have more of. And of course this might get me in a little bit of trouble, because it always does whenever I play some of these things. They always get me in trouble. This right here is one of the best interviews you're gonna hear.
What's the last thing that made you cry?
Pepper spray.
What's your favorite book?
Rocky 3.
Do you like Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift? I love that dude. You know, I actually met him once, you heard, in Brooklyn like a year ago at a beef patty store.
What's your dream car?
Mario Kart.
It's a me.
Luigi with the squeegee.
Best advice you've ever given someone?
Yo, my boy Mike, he's a janitor, but his house is dirty. So I told him he should work from home, you heard?
That's sound advice. What's your favorite Pokemon character?
LeBron James.
What's your favorite fast food restaurant?
I'm gonna have to go with McBurgundy's, you heard? That's when you get McDonald's fries, you mix it with a Wendy's burger, but you go eat at Burger King, you heard, because they cleaner.
It's like a Bermuda Triangle.
Exactly. Now you thinking, we on the same page.
I'm finally getting there.
How many books can a man read in one day without no eyes?
Are you dating?
Nah, I'm playing the saxophone, you heard? Of course I'm dating.
What's the best part about dating in 2024?
Free food. Equality.
What's the worst part about dating in 2024?
I hate when I go out on a date and it goes great, but the next day, my wife found out about it.
Hey,
Oh my God. Oh. Seeing that I'm on a roll, might as well do a little bit of oh, this next one is even better. Oh my gosh, this next one just it's gonna kill you.
We carry mind flayer parasites.
What?
Within days, we will be Geich, mind flayers.
Oh, shit.
We sunny in Baldur's Gate.
So what are we to do now?
Well, I don't know how many years on this earth I got left. I'm gonna get real weird with it. What a sweet little birdie. You want some food? Want some? Ah, you seagull!
The goddess Mistra. She revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. Later, even my lover.
You bang my dead wife?
Oh, yes.
Look out!
Death is not the end, merely another beginning.
That's good. Can you conjure the dead? Can you get my dead whore wife back here so I can lay into her from the other side? Hello!
Yes.
Ongo Goblogi and the art collector. Put the bottle in. Don't judge me, this is art! Allow me to destroy your gallery. Bullshit. Bullshit. Derivative. That I love. I absolutely love. It looks like he may commit suicide. Suicide is badass.
You unleashed something that would consume all magic in existence.
I did what I did. You don't like it, you can kiss my ass.
Kudos. If you got to catch that live, you got to catch it live because I may have to cut all of that out. just so you know, you got to catch it live. That was wonderful. Good morning, everybody. What did you just watch? You watched It's Always Sunny in Baldur's Gate. Oh God. Yes, that that one was absolutely awesome. I got such a kick out of that. Oh boy. What was I going to talk about here? Well, I got a couple of them. Here we go. The morning briefing. Mark Zuckerberg has a bad case of Musk envy. Happy Wednesday, dear Cruiser morning briefing friends. Yak Wranglers rarely showing up in any interesting FBI profiles. You may have noticed that there was a lot of content about Mark Zuckerberg here yesterday. We here in conservative news media have an odd but necessary relationship with big tech lefties, entities like Google, Facebook that many on the outside don't understand. Heck, many on the inside don't get it either. Suffice to say that the ever-shifting landscape of political new media makes for strange bedfellows too. Zuckerberg has been on a bit of a personal and professional journey of late, or at least he's pretending to be, which I assume he's pretending to be, after screwing up a lot of lives, livelihoods by weaponizing Facebook as a censorship platform in the service of the Biden administration. He's insisting that he's seen the error of his ways. Yeah, right. Yesterday, Zuckerberg announced that Meta would be nuking its independent fact checkers, which Charlie wrote about here. He also admits that the censorship efforts of Meta's various platforms have gone too far. Actually, he doesn't say censorship, opting for the euphemisms like manage content, moderate content. He always says that those efforts were well-intentioned. Hey, whatever helps you sleep at night, buddy. If free speech champion Zuckerberg is to be believed, I'm a big believer in the availability of people to change, but I'm still a little skeptical on this one, even though I would love to believe it. It's difficult to buy his conversion to full-throated speech advocate when he can rationalize censorship by believing that it was backed by proper intentions. I think that Zuckerberg's pilgrimage up at St. Maga is motivated in no small part by being envious about the dizzying political heights that his fellow tech billionaire Elon Musk has risen to since he went all in for President-elect Donald Trump last year. It's the kind of power that Zuckerberg probably thought he was buying from the Biden administration in 21 by doing its bidding. The Biden people merely wanted him to be an obedient lapdog, however. Trump has given Musk a position in his upcoming administration that will enable him to effect real change. That has to be enticing to someone like Zuckerberg, who conquered the business world when he was still pretty much a kid. Zuckerberg does have a vested business interest in cozying up to Trump, and this is from Victoria. There's a few things at work here. Silicon Valley tech gazillionaires have embraced Donald Trump because he endorses American supremacy in the battle for AI. Trump has promised to fight for U.S. energy independence again, for national security, and also to sustain the huge drain that AI will put on energy resources. It will. As Victoria goes on to write, Zuckerberg is in charging hard to win the AI battle in the tech space. He has to dance for his upcoming ally in the White House. So for the moment, Zuck loves some free speech. He'll just choke that right on down. While I welcome Facebook's plan to pivot from its Soviet ways, there's only so much that I can be moved, as this man wrote in September. It's a bit late. All of the well-intentioned content management of his had horrendous financial consequences for sites like PJ Media. This one right here. Zuckerberg is looking for a get out of jail free card that he's not going to get with just public relations push. Without financial restitution for years of wreaking financial havoc in people's lives, his grandstanding apologies mean absolutely nothing, as they shouldn't. As they should mean absolutely nothing until it's being shown here. Here we go. Baby goats. Handheld baby goats. So cute. So adorable. And if you haven't seen Valhalla's baby goats, he has some baby goats also. That's Valhalla is a good friend, and if you get a chance, go check out his baby goats. He runs a goat farm, and he's happy with the things that he does, raising those little baby goats. And he's been on there with Dictionary Diva, or I should say Dictionary Diva came in and so abruptly stole his idea of streaming baby goats. Oh yeah. Owns baby goats. Zuckerberg is annoying. Absolutely. I've been leading a very boring life, void of spark. I'm starting to turn to the Whiz Report, start my day with laughter, end my day with reading Life Degenerates in my day. Well, I have something for you. I'm so glad that you said that, because this is something that deserves your attention. And I think everybody could do with a little bit of this right here. Let me get this in here. Let me just get the music right. Here we go. Got a little bit of music for this next one coming up. Here we go. Mm-hmm. There you go. That was for you. That one was for you. Because I think sometimes everyone just needs a little bit of help. Hey, Wallstorm, go watch Baby Goats. Valhalla right there. Valhalla awaits. Go check out the baby goats. Go check out the baby goats. Baby goats are awesome. And don't let anybody take your spark away from you. Life is hard, but sometimes that's all you need. It's just a little bit of help. Aw, you guys are awesome. Speaking of a little bit of help, you want to see how far we've come from beliefs. Now, as you're going to find out, this is not how I believe, but it's just it's an interesting change in the outdated answers of Miss America. So check these out.
This is a presidential election year. If a qualified woman were running for president, how would you feel about voting for her and why?
If the men candidates running were qualified, I feel I would vote against her. My reasons being that women are very high-strung and emotional people. They aren't reliable enough when it comes to making a decision, a snap decision. I believe that a man in such a predicament would be able to make a more justifiable and better decision.
What, in your opinion, constitutes the ideal wife?
I imagine that the ideal wife depends entirely on the viewpoint of the husband.
Sociologists say that American women are usurping the place of the male in American life and have become too dominant. Do you agree or disagree, and why?
I do agree with that. I believe that there are far too many women in the working world. I can see many cases where this is a necessary arrangement, but I do feel that a woman's place is in the home with her husband and with her children.
Wow. Wow. Are these chicks being held hostage? It sounds like they are. It really does. It's just like, no, you just that's the speaking on those terms were a little bit wild. But hey, here somebody breaks down. So all of those guys that are out there thinking, oh, we'll just get ourselves an Asian wife from another country. Find out what this guy has to say about an Asian wife from another country.
Well, it didn't take long. It only took 2 years, literally to the day, December 27th, for my Filipino wife to become fully Americanized, hate everything about me and what I provide, and decide to leave. Yeah, welcome to the shittiest post that I'm ever going to make. To it, and I'm not going to go into it, okay? But suffice to say, after providing and going on the Disney World trip, which included the funeral for my mom, I got up to day 6, I think, on that, because it all broke down at Magic Kingdom. Fucking ironic. And I didn't post anything after that, because when we got back from Orlando to St. Simons, Georgia, I was greeted with the announcement from Jayanne that she wanted a separation. And then I discovered through text that she had been discussing this with her family and making plans to also take the children. So that's heavy, right? That's a nuke. And I'm going to go into my bunker. So I came downstairs in my nice 4-story mansion and just stayed by myself through Christmas Eve and through Christmas Day. And I missed Christmas with my children. My in-laws, my mother and my father-in-law, and Jayanne, they proceeded to open the presents without me. Presents of which, all of which I bought. Yeah. The separation is a separation. I'm lucky enough to have a big house, and the logistics of it can be met right away. But I spent Christmas utterly by myself, and it's coming up on New Year's Eve, and I'm still alone because there's no communication from her. Why? Because she's communicating with her parents.
Aw. Yeah. Probably because you're a cuck. Yeah, I would say so. But we do have the other side of the story right here.
Adult white males between the ages of, say, 18 and 25 to...
The economy sucks. You're probably never going to buy a house. Your degree is useless and left you in mountains of debt. You're nowhere near capable of providing for a wife and kids, and you can't imagine yourself settling down with any of the women in your age bracket anyway, because Disney princess programming and feminism has left them fundamentally unwifeable. You've grown up in a culture which has celebrated every other form of identity besides you, and in exact proportion to how much they're not you, to the point that now schools and companies can hire based on that metric, all the while being told you can't complain or notice any of it because of how privileged you are. And if you don't know how privileged you are, it's because of your privilege. Even though you're basically a debt slave with minimal hope of a financial and familial future because your economy and culture has abandoned you. So a lot of dudes just checked out and started like smoking weed and playing video games. Some of the other ones went to countries where they like white people and men, like Thailand, I guess. And some of them are like, you know what, this is a good challenge. None of it makes sense. It's all going to shit. But fuck it, I want a big house, and if you come on my land, I'm going to shoot you with guns. I want a bunch of kids and a wife churning butter. I'm going to make it happen, you fucks. Tell me.
That is not the correct response. That is not ever the correct response. But if you're looking for a wife, you're looking for kids, then change maybe yourself, and you'll see that you get wonderful things like this right here. This is pretty glorious right here. I mean, this is some love. Ah. I mean, this is a kid. So happy. Look at that. Got ducks. Baby sheep. Toting around a chicken. Tell me this isn't fun. Oh, I mean, come on. Lucky kid. So cute.
Tá beleza pro pessoal, Heitor? Aqui, ó. Manda beleza pro pessoal. Dá tchau. Tchau.
Adorable. Yeah. I want to be that kid. All the farm animals love the little boy. Yeah. Jealous of that kid. I know. No, the early years. Yes, so sweet. So sweet. And the chicken is just kicking back there. Yeah. He goes nowhere without his ex. I love it. I love it. See that you got to have a little bit of happiness in here. Don't be this guy. But I will say that I can't show this. Can't show this because it's got music. I wanted to show something, but I can't because it's music. It's got music in there. It's pretty funny. So I also have this one here that I wanted you to see. This is sort of a sad state right here.
Well, I have the same question to you, but I wanted to add something else. Sorry, Trump will have press conferences. He did have one, but he also made an allegation that there were no guns on January 6th, bolstering his support for pardons, that Hezbollah may have played a role in January 6th, and that person shot trying to enter the House chamber was shot for no reason at all. You're on the committee. How do you respond to what seems to be the rewriting of that day?
This is not new for Donald Trump. He is trying to rewrite history and suppress the truth. That is exactly why he does not want the special counsel's report released down in Florida, and it is exactly why he continues to spread lies about January 6th. But let's talk about the weapons that were on campus on January 6th.
No, there were none. This is gaslighting 101 right here.
People were arrested with bear spray, and people were arrested with tasers and brass knuckles. People
That's
used
possible.
flagpoles and fire extinguishers to beat
Yeah.
police officers.
Name them. Anybody that was violent should be held totally accountable for it.
There were documented cases where AR-15s were brandished.
Not a one. Not a single one. That would be a lie. There were no AR-15s brandished in the Capitol that day.
Downtown. There were collections, as we heard testimony in the January 6th committee, collections, mounds of things that Secret Service would not allow onto into the area around the former president's speech when he was near the ellipse. That's what was happening here 4 years ago. People were bringing weapons.
No, they weren't. Or they would have been promptly arrested and hauled off to jail. So that would be a lie.
There was also a cache of weapons found in a car, earlier in the day, as we know. And
Yet they never went after the guy that was laying. Yeah, bullshit. Yeah, they never went after the guy that put the Bumbos in front of the DNC and the RNC headquarters. Yeah, that happened. That got silenced really quick. They had the guy on video and never went after him. You're so right. Bullshit.
Was publicly reported. Our report, as well as the Department of Justice reports, continue to show the amount of guns and weapons that were in the DC area and on campus and in the building.
Yeah, but how many actually had brass knuckles? Because those in certain places are completely legal. I don't know about Georgia because I don't carry brass knuckles. That to me seems like unfair. But a lot of states have outlawed those to even own them. They're getting it now. These investigations are complex. Yeah.
By these violent intruders. Now, the president can say anything he wants. He's entitled to do that. He's not entitled to his own set of facts.
Yeah, those.
And so that's on us. That's our responsibility to continue to provide that information to the public.
Or make up shit and provide that to the public because they're really good at it. Broad statement, which doesn't apply to the protesters. Exactly. I mean, the tunnel war was the only real violence from the protesters.
And whether it's Donald Trump or Barry Loudermilk or Mike Johnson, we're not going to allow anyone to rewrite history or have their own set of facts.
Oh, so like the truth. Because they want history to show that they were on the righteous side. That is Pete Aguilar. He claims their AR-15s, guns, and weapons were hidden inside the Capitol on January 6th. The reality is that only one J6 protester had a gun, a concealed firearm that was never brandished, and the congressman should be immediately removed from holding any place in office. If they're going to lie about that, what else will they lie to you about? And this was filmed right outside Rodeo Drive. You're going to love this next one.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. Do you happen to have a permit to be filming on Rodeo?
No.
No, you don't have a permit? Okay, sorry, not comfortable.
I'm really not comfortable.
May I ask what you're filming for?
No.
Oh, geez.
I don't want to make you uncomfortable.
Oh.
What are you guys filming?
I'm sorry?
What are you guys filming?
This store right now.
Just a storefront, and what's the avenue for it?
The avenue?
Any particular reason, or what are you guys using it for? You just have to ask it questions.
Oh, okay. Trying to get my.
Are you filming me right now? Are you filming me right now?
Do you want me to tell you the truth?
Yes.
What do you think I'm doing?
I need my permission before you're filming me.
I need your permission
to film me. Yes.
Who told you that?
I've told you that. I am a
No, I
human.
said, who told you that?
That I need your permission to film me.
Right.
Okay. We're gonna handle.
I don't know.
We're gonna handle this differently.
Sounds
You're
good.
not gonna film me without my permission and give me an attitude about it.
I'm not giving you an attitude. You're the one getting upset.
No, we're gonna figure out.
Can't video into the store. We're gonna call the cops. You don't stop.
What, do you want to have a normal conversation before everybody?
We already
gets upset?
tried to. Apparently, it didn't happen.
No,
so
she cannot.
Please remove these cameras off
Whoa,
of my face. We're
Don't
calling
start getting in my face. Don't start getting in my
We're
face.
calling
That's going to be a.
You're filming me right now as you're
Hey guys.
How are you doing, sir? How's it going?
How's it going?
All right. How are you?
Good, good.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sarge.
How are you?
Good.
Uh-huh.
Everybody.
Fine.
And they go in, they explain to her.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. All right, guys. Thank you.
They explain to her, no, it's completely fine for them to be on the sidewalk filming. There's nothing they can do about it. Public sidewalk, no privacy in public. Love these auditors. People, the First Amendment gives them the right. How is everyone today? SMN 39. Good to see you. Good to see you. It's the cameraman sucks the life out of him. It's true. Him and his son do this all over. Yeah, they're completely welcome to do it. It's as get press. I watch him. Yeah. People just don't get it. You can do this. It is going to be a good day today. I'm going to be showing you a little bit of something that was sent to me today, and I will also post a link up in there. I will post a link up there for you guys. Give me just a second. Go and check this out because you're gonna have a little bit of fun with it. And let me post this in here. Paste. And I've got to do a couple of little steps before I do this. Give me just a second because you're gonna get a kick out of this one. I know I did. If you were here last night for last night's stream, this will make sense to you. This will make sense to you. I also posted this up on Twitter because it was so damn funny that I couldn't resist just keeping it up there. This is for you guys right here. And I'm going to post this up at the top. I'm going to pin this for you guys because I want you guys to go check this out. Go like it and give it a big thumbs up. Right here we go. Wrong one. Doggone it. It's wrong screen. Here we go. There we go. Right here. This is hilarious. Valor Motorsports sent this thing
From the
in.
makers of Shizzy, What's It Candy Bars comes the Shizzy Cologne.
What's that scent? It's not just a cologne. It's an aura. It's confidence. It's elegant. It's Oda Shizzy.
OD Shizzy Cologne is available at all Shizzy Marts. Return customers receive a 69% discount on all Shizzy Fine products. Remember, it's only available at Shizzy Mart. If you see Shizzy products sold elsewhere, it's a copycat. Oda Shizzy Cologne, the scent of Kentucky bourbon and nuts.
From the
Thank you, Valor Motorsports. That's hilarious. Uh-oh. Every time I turn around, they're stuck in my hair. Oh my God. Yes. Take that. Oh God. Oh my God. This morning I had them on my head. Oh, so much fun. Yes. Valor Motorsports put that up there. There's the link. Go and give it a thumbs up. That was so much fun. I gotta kick out of that. Oh God. Oh yes. You have to understand that you gotta have fun in life. And this is the most fun that I've been trying to keep up with. Oh my God. It is it's gonna be a good week this week. It is we got a lot of interesting stuff. In a couple of days, and I'll be leaving you guys here pretty soon with this, but in a couple of days, this is what you're going to be seeing. This is going to be the top of the news story right here. The Merchant refuses Trump's request to delay January 10th sentencing, but why? at this point, why are Democrats keeping up the lawfare against the president-elect? The Democrats' grand project to portray Donald Trump as an insurrectionist who attempted to overthrow the government and install himself as a dictator has come to naught. He wasn't barred from running for president again, and most Americans today don't believe the left's ridiculous January 6th insurrection narrative. Efforts to frame Trump as a serial criminal with a brazen contempt for the law have also come to zero, nada, nothing. The election interference case in Georgia has foundered over DA Fani Willis's corruption, which she's being charged for Media Matters court costs. Letitia James' fraud case against Trump is under appeal and faces a tough road ahead since Trump didn't do anything that isn't common business practice in New York. The case thus opens the door to numerous others being prosecuted for practices they correctly thought up until now were perfectly within the bounds of the law. Jack Smith's classified document case, meanwhile, sunk under the weight of the fact that the president has the right to declassify documents. Smith also dropped his bogus insurrection charges a few weeks after the election. It had failed to serve its purpose and was no longer needed. Fanaticist E. Jean Carroll's sexual abuse case rolls on, but is self-evidently absurd. That leaves the case of the Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg, which led to Trump being convicted last May of a whopping total of 34 felonies for falsifying business records. This case is almost as absurd as Carroll's. The charges against Trump are ordinarily classified as misdemeanors, but Bragg elevated them to felonies on dubious grounds, and they constituted election interference. New York extended the statute of limitations on these particular crimes just so that Trump could be prosecuted. What Trump did here, again, is common business practice. Large corporations routinely pay settlements without acknowledging guilt just to make the nagging go the hell away. But Bragg and the judge in the case, Juan Merchan, are determined to get Trump. And so New York State Supreme Court Associate Justice Ellen Gesmer has just denied the president-elect's request to postpone his sentencing, which is scheduled for January 10th. Trump spokesman and incoming White House Communications Director Stephen Chung said, today, President Trump's legal team moved to stop the unlawful sentencing of the Manhattan DA witch hunt. The Supreme Court's historic decision on immunity, the state constitution of New York, and other established legal precedent mandate for the meritless hoax being immediately dismissed. The American people elected President Trump with an overwhelming mandate that demands an immediate end to the political weaponization of our justice system and all the remaining witch hunts. We look forward to uniting our country in the new administration as President Trump makes America great again. What game are the Democrats playing by insisting on getting Trump sentenced just 10 days before he takes office? Merchan has already stated that he is not inclined to sentence the incoming president to prison. However, the sentencing before he takes office will ensure that he will be the first convicted felon to take the oath of office as president of the United States. And the Democrats apparently think that this will give their sagging cause new impetus. It will also allow Trump to get on with his appeal of this appalling conviction. He can't begin the appeal process until after he is sentenced. The rush to get Trump sentenced thus appears to be in service of giving the left another talking point and jumping off point for what is certain to be energetic efforts to delegitimize and destroy his second term. They dogged his first term with the Russian collusion hoax, the Ukraine phone call canard, the insurrection nonsense, and much more. They aren't likely to sit by idly during his second term and watch as he makes the nation they hate so passionately become great again. What they'll throw at him this time remains unclear at this point, but as sentencing will seal the convicted felon business, it's a first step. Many more, alas, will come along soon enough. One would think, seeing how the whole lawfare enterprise has failed to stop Trump and has only made more Americans sour on them, that leftists would give it up and drop all the charges, but that would be tantamount to admitting that the whole thing was a scam and a sham in the first place. They started this ball rolling and have to save face by seeing it through to its conclusion now. So we'll be seeing that on the 10th, and a couple days later, he will be inaugurated as president number 47. Amazing, huh? What a way for Biden to leave a legacy. Is he couldn't do anything whenever he was in office, so might as well screw the pooch whenever he gets out. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, with that, we are going to end our stream today and be looking forward to seeing you again this evening. I hope that you have a wonderful day. I hope that you have a good time out there. Don't take this shit too seriously. Seriously. it's all just to have a little bit of fun, a little bit of entertainment. We're here to entertain, and I will dance like the monkey that I'm paid to be. Thank you so very much. It's a wonderful day. And hit that like on the way in and on the way out, because we've got so much more for you tonight. It's going to get crazy. Peace, y'all.
Bless your heart. I thought I was the only mentally challenged one here.
And shine, coffee's brewing, feeling fine. News is out and on the air. Shizzy Whiz nuts wild, but we don't care. Morning Whiz and Coffee, something news, he's a tease. Laugh it off, we're on the go. Shizzy Whiz nuts, start the show, let's go. Get it, yeah, oh yeah. Headlines spinning in the breeze. Stupid jokes, he's such a tease. Sip the Java, wear a smile. Pants are off, but stay a while. Morning Whiz and Coffee, something news, he's a tease. Laugh it off, we're on the go. Shizzy Whiz, let's start the show, let's go. Get it, yeah, oh yeah. Headlines spinning in the breeze. Stupid jokes, he's such a tease. Sip the Java, wear a smile. Pants are off, but stay a while. Morning Whiz and Coffee, something news, he's a tease. Laugh it off, we're on the go. Shizzy Whiz, let's start the show, let's go. Get it, yeah, oh yeah. Serious is overrated. Every day we're caffeinated. Talk the town, but in a jest. Morning Whiz is always best. Ticking, time to run. Morning show's a load of fun. Grab your mug, don't spill a drop. Laugh your ass off till you pop. Clock is ticking, time to run. Morning show's a load of fun. Grab your mug, don't spill a drop. Laugh your ass off till you pop.
Oh my god, Shizzy breaks Larry. Shizzy broke Larry.
Go make someone smile today.